Imagine an empire born from the ashes of 7 warring kingdoms, ruled by a man more afraid of death than any god. This was the China of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor. His was a realm of towering walls, terracotta legions, and laws sharper than a sword's edge. A single mistake could doom your entire family. And yet, in the shadow of that tyranny, love dared to grow. The year is 221 BCE. King Zheng of Qin has crushed his last rival and forged the warring states into one vast empire. Now calling himself Qin Shi Huang, he reshapes the land to match his will. Across the north, hundreds of thousands labor to link old fortifications into a single colossal barrier, the forerunner of the Great Wall. This was no honor. It was a death sentence of dirt, sweat, and exhaustion. Among the conscripts is Lian, a scholar forced to trade brush for shovel, mapping the northern wilderness while watching men collapse under the emperor's demands. Far to the south, in the glittering capital of Zhanyang, Mai, daughter of a disgraced general, works as a low-ranking scribe, copying endless decrees, laws that dictate not just what people do, but what they're allowed to think. Her family survives only by her obedience. Their worlds were never meant to touch. Until one day, an imperial convoy sent Mai north to deliver orders and prisoners to the wall. On a road so straight it seemed drawn by the emperor's own hand, she met Lian at a dusty outpost. He inspected the road. She recorded the names of men reduced to numbers. In a realm where mercy was treason, a glance of sympathy became their first act of rebellion. From that moment, messages traveled in secret, tucked into ledgers, carried by sympathetic traders. Lian wrote of stars over the northern plains. Mai described the suffocating court. He wore a red thread around his wrist, a promise to remember her. When she saw smoke from the signal towers, she imagined them as his words in the sky. But the empire thrived on breaking what it could not control. A bridge collapse on a critical road killed dozens. Prefect Zhao, a ruthless official, had stolen the best materials for his villa and needed someone to blame. Lian was perfect, the supervising engineer, guilty under Qin law whether or not he'd caused the disaster. Mai refused to let him die. In the labyrinth of the capital's archives, she unearthed a hidden ledger proving Zhao's theft. But Zhao was faster. He accused Mai of hoarding forbidden books and branded her a traitor, triggering the most feared law in Qin: collective punishment. Her family's crime was now Lian's crime. She was thrown into prison. Lian was sent to the most dangerous frontier of the wall, where rock slides and raids killed men by the dozen. While they suffered, the emperor hunted immortality. His search ended in 210 BCE with his sudden death, likely from the mercury elixirs meant to save him. Ministers hid his body, forged commands, and placed a pliable younger son on the throne. The new emperor's rule was even harsher, and rebellion ignited like dry grass. In the chaos, Lian escaped and returned to Zhanyang, finding Mai in a city of flame. Together, they fought their way to Prefect Zhao's office. Surrounded by smoke and cracking bamboo, the ledger was revealed, the truth at last. But there was no judge, no court, only collapsing walls. Lian shielded Mai from a falling beam, sacrificing himself. Zhao was crushed beneath the ruins of his greed. As dawn broke over the burning capital, Mai walked out alone, clutching the ledger. She gave it to the rebels who would forge the Han Dynasty on promises of a gentler rule. The Qin Dynasty, born of conquest, lasted only 15 years before it collapsed under its own cruelty. The walls Lian helped build would stand for centuries, silent witnesses to an empire's rise and ruin. Their love did not survive, but the truth did. And it carried the same lesson as the fall of Qin itself. No wall is high enough, no ruler strong enough, to hold back the human spirit forever.